So through the front stage upgrade on this, one of the most important speakers to get to is the mid bass in the door. And here to tell us how to do that is Fernando.
Hi guys, my name is Fernando, and I want to show you how you take your door panel out on a 2022 Nissan Titan.
You had to think about that one for a minute?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
We don't do a lot at Nissan, so you know, kind of get familiar with it. Normally what you're trying to do is pay attention of the panels, the screws on the bottom, on the side. Sometimes they have lights, sometimes the screws are on the lights. In this situation, we know there is a screw behind the door handle. Is the screw here where you pull the door, and let's go and remove that. For that, we're gonna use a flat screwdriver. Just kind of pop it. The factory has a notch. It's literally, you can go with a small flathead, so don't try to grab a bigger flathead. You're gonna mess up the plastic. As we say, we have a 10mm in there. Remove it. The next one, it's a cover right here. Same thing. As you see, grab a flathead, just grab one corner, pick whatever, and we have another 10mm in there. Now this is the tricky part because we don't see anymore. At that point, we can start pulling out. See, grab a plastic pry tool. I love this one. If you want to pick one of these, DNF tool drawer. And normally in this kind of trim, it's like another screw, but we're gonna grab a flat pry tool and we're gonna go to this corner. As you see, like as soon as you remove this one, you see how loose is the plastic. So that means this one doesn't have to come out. So grab it over here, as you see right there. See, it comes out. And take your time, don't go crazy. You don't want to break anything. Go around. See, right there. And then comes out. Unplug door switches. And I was telling you, see, it's two more screws, 2 10mm in there that is actually holding the whole door panel. Now we're gonna try again. And as you see, everything is nice and loose. Now we're gonna pull up, disconnect your cables. If you have lights, same thing, but this one comes out with the whole thing. So put your door panel in a safe place and remove your door speaker. To do that, grab your flat screwdriver, unplug the harness. Now that it's loose, grab your 10mm.
Let's go take this over to the bench and see what we're gonna replace it with. For speakers, we're going with the Focal Flax PS165 F3E 3-way set. Let's take a look in the box and see what we get. The first thing are these little guys here in the corner. These are the passive crossovers. We're not gonna be using them because we're going full active. So we can just stuff that back there. There's 2 of them located at either end of the box. Next up are the tweeters. This is the tweeter. They also call it the coffee tweeter because it has this nice little coffee look to it. These are designed to pop off of here and the grill will also come off. We always keep this on until the very last moment. We have the very small mid-range Neo magnet on the back, aluminum basket, flax seed cone, butyl rubber surround, and then the mid base, flax cone, rubber surround, aluminum basket, very sexy driver. These things are gonna sound amazing in the doors of the truck. These will be up in the dash and these will be in the A-pillar. We have to make locations for those. But to start with, let's take a look at the factory speaker that we're gonna replacing this mid-range with. It is this guy right here. This is the factory 6x9. One of the things that's really unique about it is it is super deep. And the reason for that is the door, there's like a hole this big that this thing has to go through. Now when we look at this and compare the two, as we can see, this thing is super deep compared to this. We're gonna need all of this space in order to make this work. I mean, just sitting on the bench, this is taller than that. This is gonna make things interesting. Metro makes these brackets here, the 827402. It is a 6x9 bracket, and when compared to the factory, you can see it's maybe half, maybe 2/3. Either way, if you're planning on putting a 6x9 in the door, find a very shallow one because it's not going to have a lot of room to do that. Let me show you what I mean. As you can see here, it's a very tiny hole. The window's right here. The track to move it up and down is also in there. The plan for this is to, of course, not use this because if I have to make something, I might as well make the whole thing. We are going to make a new bracket. We're going to use this bracket as the template because it'll be easier than using this because I have to do weird things. So I'll just attach this. Let's head over to the router and get an idea of what we're going to build, how big it needs to be, and how we're going to make this 6.5 fit in the door. For this bottom piece of the speaker, we're going to start with some 1/4 inch. The goal is to make both of these at the same time. We use our Mobile Solutions double-sided template tape. Set our router height, lock it into place. Add in the screw holes, remove the front piece. Next we need to know how deep this needs to be. I've put this on the door and put the speaker in the center to see if this is deep enough, and it is. This is 1.5 inches. Our factory is 2 1/4. So the end result is we want to be 2 1/4, but we only need 1.5 inches to bring this out. Pieces we use are 1/2 inch. I need 3 pieces, but I already have 1/4 inch, and it's okay because I can go up to 2 1/4 inch. And then I want to build a front piece on it, just like this has, this front lip. The simple math would be I need 4 pieces of 1/2 inch to create this spacer to this height. This spacer here is a 6.5 inch spacer that we made for a focal that is the right diameter here and the right outside here. We made this using the laser. We have made them in the past using the Mobile Solutions speaker ring, which really is the next best thing if you don't have a laser. Makes life so much easier. This is the 1/2 inch material that we'll be using, which is blown PVC. Let's get started. We need 8 squares that are 7 by 7. We have all 8. Cut them in half. We can work on 2 at a time. Alright, that gets us 1 inch. And that takes us to 1.5 inch. What we need to do now is remove 1/4 inch off of this so we can inset the speaker. For that, we're going to use this router over here that has our big Mobile Solutions routing bit in it. This allows us to put a ball bearing on the bit so that we can cut out the space that this lip requires in order to sit down inside of it. You can see we have this bearing here. So this distance between this bearing and this is the exact distance between that area there and the outside flange. It doesn't matter which side I choose. Open up my vacuum. Now we have that groove cut in. Our basket is flush with the top of this. That's gonna get us right to 2 1/4. Next step is for this guy here. To make the top piece, I've routed out 2 more of our spacers. Right here. I need to do a couple things to this. I need to add some roundovers to it. Now these roundovers are for the inside here. So that's gonna sit on top of the driver just like this. And that'll give me just a little bit of extra room for when the speaker flexes. And this guy will go on top of it. And it's gonna sit in there just like this. We'll center it up. Next step is adding this to this so we can do the final assembly over on the bench. With the pieces stuck together to give us our final shape, the last thing I want to do is add a roundover to the inside back here. Gives it a nice finished look, and with that, let's head over to the bench for our final assembly. I like to use screws to attach all the plastic together to make one big solid piece. Put a thin layer of foam on the back of the speaker. For this, I have to make sure that the speaker plugs here are running in this direction because of that hole. So we'll just put the Focal logo here on the bottom. All right, with that on there, and our trim ring needs to go on top of this, put a piece of foam around the outside edge. That'll sit on top of it just like that. I need to make sure to put screw holes on this that don't line up with the screws that I just put in. They're kind of like here and there. Alright, that gets us some foam on the front for where the door panel is going to sit against it, and it gets us some foam on the back. Comparing it to our factory, as far as depth goes, we're right where we need to be, 2 1/4 inches. Obviously this is going to sit up a little higher. Now it's time to get over the car and get this screwed into place.